Mommy, today can we go to the park, baby?
I don't know, babe. Not know. Two people have entered the waiting room. Okay, so is this the waiting room?
Where does she have lunch? I don't know exactly what his name is. But do I need to like sit on my couch or something? Or are we sharing?
We're sharing. Are you on? Because I can't tell if we have started yet or. Okay, the Zoom meeting is 721-8522. 0510.
Hold on. I need 725. Wait, but do I put it for the meeting ID?
Meeting ID is 721-8522. 0510.
Oh, what's the meeting passcode?
Is it really asking you for that?
Yes.
Well, let me look.
Don't eat keys. It's a good sweater. I like it.
150853. Okay, I'm going to
Incorrect meeting passcode.
150873.
150873.
Mia's minute is in. I'm admitting you all. You're admitted.
Recording in progress.
Mute it. Mute it. Mute it.
That's the echoing.
See?
You gotta be in a different room potentially.
Then I won't be able to talk. I'm hearing. You'll be able to hear her. She's right here.
I'm still going to ask you questions. Do you want to go to different rooms or do you want to try over there on the sofa? Okay. I don't know. Good morning.
Oh, look, there's people.
There are people there. We lost Taylor.
She's right there. Should we go? We can go to the trailer.
Yeah, if you want to try that.
You're not muted.
I'm not muted. That's good to know. Thank you, Taylor. All right. How are you all doing today? Pretty good?
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
How about you?
I'm great. It's nice to see your faces. We have Mia and Taylor and Kenna going outside. They're the pine trees right now. Let's see. I think that's Maggie. And are Ren and Chase together over here on the Radoseviches?
Oh, no.
Hi. All right, so I think it will feel more like a real class if we have our video on, if possible. So if you can, try to get to a spot where you can do that. Hi, Maggie. This is Max. Hi, Ren. And there's Chase. How are you all? There's Chase.
You're in the chat. Oh, there.
Okay, so we're waiting
What? Oh,
for, oh, what was that?
nothing. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I think we're waiting for Elijah. And I'm not seeing him pop on yet, but we also have the roof of our trailer making a very strong showing right now.
Oh, yeah.
The roof is solid. All right. Well, the first thing that I wanted to do was just go around and take a moment for everyone to introduce themselves. I know some of you know each other and some of you do not. So let's let's just all call your name out. And if you would introduce yourself, where home is for you, and what was your bucket list item. If you have changed your mind since since you sent it to me over email, that's totally fine. Just tell us what you want. So I'm gonna start with Chase, and I'm gonna silence our office phone. Hold on.
Hello. What do I say? Your name. My name's Chase. I'm from Missouri, and I think my bucket list was become a pilot.
Stop.
We're at Missouri.
Lake of the Ozarks.
Tyler, where are you from?
Lake of the Ozarks.
That's kind of funny.
Hmm.
All right, Kenna.
Nobody can hear you.
Hi. I'm Kenna from Arizona, and I've always wanted to go to Hawaii.
Taylor from Arizona. I've always wanted to go to Ireland.
Mia from Arizona, and I want to go to Sweden.
Maggie.
I am Maggie. I'm from Arizona, and I would like to go to Paris.
So we all want to travel. All right, where's Ryan? How about you?
I'm from Missouri, and I would like to go on a aircraft carrier.
Okay. Rin? Where are they in the trailer?
I'm Ran. I'm from Colorado, and I would like to do an overnight pack trip with horses.
I approve of greatly. Let's see, Samuel.
My name is Samuel. I'm from Missouri, and my bucket list item was seeing the pyramids of Giza.
That's a good one. And then Tyler, you spoke, but you didn't tell us your bucket list item,
That I make a phone.
which is a good deal. So we have a couple of pilots and we have some traveling. Excuse me for just a second. Okay. I'm gonna text to see if Elijah is gonna hop on real quickly. All right. Well, I am JJ Veal, and I am the fearless leader of this adventure. A little bit about me is that I'm Mia and Maggie's mom. There are 2 of the 4 children. Max has already made his appearance on Zoom, and Michaela is out there as well. My background, I grew up in Arizona, born and raised. Sedona, Arizona is my hometown. And I went to school at the University of Arizona and got a degree in journalism and humanities. Then I got my master's degree in college administration and completed almost all of a PhD except for the dissertation in college administration from Indiana University. After that, I worked within colleges and ended up getting married to my husband, Isaiah. And we went to Oklahoma Wesleyan University to work. He was the women's soccer coach there. And I was just a mom, which was a full-time job at that time. Mia and Maggie were very little. And then the college had need of some people, and I had a master's degree, so I started teaching education and writing classes for the college. So after that, we started homeschooling, and I got involved in starting a homeschool group here and ended up stepping away from that. And so this is the first class I have taught in a little bit, and you guys are the first non-college students that I have taught. So it's gonna be fun. But I'm looking forward to it. Now, you can call me Mrs. Veal, you can call me Miss JJ. I don't have a preference. I'll answer to Aunt JJ or to Mommy as well. Whatever you feel like you need to do, I will answer to. But I do want us to take the time to be respectful to one another when we're talking. So I realize that we're going to be doing some friendly competition things, and that is okay. But when we talk to one another, please make sure that we are using kind words. And if there is a title, add the title to it, because it's just a way of adding a layer of respect in your conversation. So I might say Miss Mia or Mr. Tyler or Mr. Samuel or Mr. Chase or whatever the case would be. Let's make that one of our ways of just being respectful to one another. Does that sound good? Okay, great. The first thing that I wanted to go over was the syllabus. I don't know, did any of you guys print this out or is it just on your email?
We just read it off of the email.
It's
So a
only
little
on
bit
my
of both.
email.
Okay. Sorry, I just realized that Elijah, I think, is waiting to come in. It's happening. Okay, sorry, we're about to get joined by Elijah. This is a very significant document in the sense that it gives you an overview of entirely what the course will be. Some of you are going to be graded by me, others will be graded by your parents, but either way, this tells you what you're looking for. And as you go through it, you can see that we'll be going through 16 different topics on personal economics and finance. And I'm hoping, so this can be a kind of dry topic. I know that a lot of you, well, I don't know, are any of you seriously thinking about budgeting and finances right now? Is that something you spend your time thinking about? Hi, Elijah. How are you? Good. I think I've got you muted. I'm going to pause for a second. Everyone has introduced themselves and said their bucket list item. Would you be willing to share that with us?
You're muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
So I'm Elijah, I'm 16, and I think what I said was I'd like to go to England someday.
That's a good place to go. A lot of, like, I think it's about half of you guys want to just visit someplace and half of you want to do super cool things, which sounds fair to me. Thank you. We're glad you're here. So some of you have maybe thought about this a little, but maybe not. I know Mia and Maggie, we had them do a class this last fall, and it was not my favorite of all of the classes that could ever exist. So I'm making them do it again after having put this together. But hopefully we'll work through these topics. And my goal is that you'll just think about these things and it will help you start making some wise decisions for your future. Within the syllabus, if you open it, it will always have the link to the weekly readings. And also I will send out a weekly email and that will include the week or the link for the next week. I heard from almost everybody this week. I'm looking at you all. I think I did hear from everybody this week about what your bucket list item was. So please make sure that the email is the #1 way that we're going to be able to communicate as a group. So keep checking that on a regular basis. And the other thing is that we're going to be moving through this is scheduled and planned to be 1 week at a time. We're going to be going 2 sessions per week to get it through over the summer. So it is going to be a little bit more faster paced. I think you can do it. We're going to have fun. Sound good? Okay. Now let's pull out your workbooks. Oh, I just realized Taylor and Kenna don't have their workbooks. I meant to give it to them before they started class.
Where are they? I'm not gonna.
They're in the sewing shed.
I have mine and I already did all the work. So if you want, they can just look at mine.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Aunt Mindy to go grab that for you. So if you
Okay.
go in the back room, left-hand side, There's a pink bookshelf and it has, you'll see them. Okay, so within the workbook, there are a couple of things that I just want to point out to you. Clearly, you know what a table of contents is. That's going to help you know which page you're going to for your weekly inspiration. The links for the inspiration are there, as well as you'll know which pages to go. The other thing that I wanted to point out to you starts in the appendix with page 101. And that's going to have all of the career choices in one spot, all of the housing choices in one spot, and then the action cards. And we'll talk more about the action cards in a minute, but that is one that I would put a paper clip or a sticky on so that you can flip back and forth to it quickly. Sound good? All right, any questions? All right. The next step then is let's talk about your reading. 9 lessons in wealth building from the Millionaire Next Door. What were the 9 lessons? How about just one? You're muted.
Kind of at all of them. Hate it that she does that to me. Trying to remember. There was one that was where your money goes, like knowing where your money goes.
Mm-hmm. Know where your dough goes is what their heading was. What was the point of knowing what your dough goes? Where your dough goes? Yeah, Tyler.
So you can keep track where your money goes, so you always know where your money is.
Have you
And
guys?
that way you won't really get like scammed out of anything.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever noticed that maybe you have $20 in your pocket? This is our experience. And then you go to the county fair and suddenly you have $1 left and you're not even sure where it went. And you suddenly go look back and you're like, oh, I spent $8 on cotton candy and $12 on this. And it just goes. Have you experienced that? Okay. What else? What's another point that you got out of it? Yeah, Samuel.
That money does not, like money or lack thereof does not equate to happiness.
That's a kind of big deal, right? So why do you think that that's what the world's message is right now? Any of you?
I think it's a big deal right now, at least having lots of money. I think it's something that people like. There's always going to be a hole in your life. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you're not going to fill it. So you're just going to want more and more.
There are people who spend their entire lives pursuing money and then find out they're not actually happy, which is interesting. And I grew up, so Sedona, Arizona is a really wealthy community. It's a retirement community. So like movie stars have houses there. And I grew up knowing that there were a lot of people with a lot of money that really just weren't happy. So that was an interesting point for me to notice too. All right, so we've gotten 2 of the 9. Yes. It's Ryan, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Time is money.
What does that mean?
It means you can never buy time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of.
Which is absolutely true. Like we all get the exact same amount of time every single day. It's what we do with it that makes the difference. There's another piece of time is money. What is that? Can anyone think of another piece of that idea? Taylor.
That there's never enough time, so you have to rush to do everything. And if it's not important, then it doesn't matter.
Yep, absolutely. Is there another perspective?
Oh.
One of the things that we'll go through when we are working through this workbook is savings and how interest works. And the reality is the more time that you make wise choices with your money, the more likely it is that you will have success financially. In this realm, money and time have a very strong connection. Think about it like this way. If you invest in something and you're getting interest, the longer that you have to invest, the more money you'll come out with at the end. So, okay, so what's another one? I'm crossing out what we've got. Yeah, Tyler.
Budgeting and just, yeah,
The
all that.
yuckiest of all of the things. What's the budget?
Like having a set amount of money you can spend like per week or per month, and then planning what you do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, making sure that you're actually living within your means or under your means. And your means is how much money you're getting in. Your budget helps you figure out how to not go over budget and spend more than you're making. All right. Another one.
I would say that housing and like picking wisely the home you buy and how long you are going to stay there.
Right.
Reasonably, like.
Right. So right now, especially, houses are probably the most significant thing that you're going to spend your money on. And where you choose to live, what type of house you have, who you're around, that makes a difference. I will never forget my mom telling me that when she was young and newly married, she and my dad were living in an apartment, and she had a friend who bought a house, and she was really jealous of the house. And then they went over to dinner and they had no furniture in their house because they had bought a house that was more than what they could afford, and they couldn't afford to furnish it in any way, really. And that was a lesson for her. So loving the house that you're with, being willing to do with maybe a little bit less so that you can keep your budget on purpose. What else? How about income does not equal wealth? What does that mean?
Well, you can make a bunch of money, but depends on what you do with it and how you use it.
Yep. And what's the difference between being rich and being wealthy?
If you're rich, you have a ton of money and you really don't know what to do with it. But if you're wealthy, you're just getting by, really.
Mm-hmm. Well, wealthy is more of a consistent state of mind, right? You can have people who are making, let's say, $1 million a year, but they're spending $999,000 a year. Or you can have people who are making $100,000 a year, but spending $40,000. At the end of the day, one has $60,000 still to play with, and the other has $1,000. Okay. How about knowing where you want your dough to go? What does that mean? Samuel.
So prioritizing. So, okay, I could spend however much money on this cake, or I could get something more healthy. Maybe I could get a package of meat that will actually help me.
Mm-hmm. And are your priorities going to be the same as everyone else's? No. And that's okay. I mean, we live 45 minutes from a ski mountain area, so snowboarding is a priority. If you're living in Missouri, there's a good chance that buying a snowboard is not your priority. Like, there's just differences, and you have to just choose where you're going to tell your money to go. All right. How about don't drive your wealth? What does that mean?
Well, would that be referring to don't spend all your money on specifically wealthy things, like referring to cars?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody notices when you see that super awesome Lamborghini driving down the road. But can you get from point A to point B just as well in a Honda? Yeah, you can. So again, that's more of the choosing where you want to go. Love the spouse you're with. What does that mean?
Well, there was this statistics. It was however many people make more money, they have more wealth, I guess it would be, when they're married rather than being single or divorced.
Mhm. Taylor?
Don't be with someone just because you're a gold digger.
Fair statement, because what's going to happen if that person is a gold digger?
It's not going to end well for anyone.
They're going to spend all your money. There's another piece of this puzzle that every time you get divorced in our country, they divide your assets. Your assets are your houses, your cars, the savings account. And so if you get divorced, there is going to be a financial consequence. And people who tend to be millionaires at the end of their lives generally have the same spouse that they started their marriage or started their life with. It's a consistency. And part of it is because they haven't taken the financial hit of having to divide their assets. Is that all of them? Yeah. So are there any of the points of this article that surprised you? Or what stuck out to you the most?
Well, what stuck out to me the most was how it said that, well, the people who are driving the BMWs and have all of the fancy stuff, they often aren't actually happier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any other responses? Maggie, I haven't heard from you yet.
I don't know. I guess that all of it's interesting to me. I like learning about all this stuff, so that all of it really stuck out to me.
What was like the dumbest yeah duh? Like I knew that duh of this article. Kenna?
Love the spouse you're with.
Okay. Anyone else?
Know where your money go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We have a mini storage and the office is very busy today, so I apologize. It's just going to keep going. All right, let's take a step away from the inspiration article and talk about the career. So how did you find your assignment? Easy? Scale of 1 to 10? Hold out your numbers, how bad it was. 5 I've got. 4.
It was honestly just tedious. It
Yeah.
was easy, but it just,
Took forever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it just took like 30 minutes. It wasn't that bad.
So it wasn't supposed to be painful, but it was supposed to give you an idea of the range. So did you get any takeaways away from it? Like, which one of these career ranges surprised you? Is that raising a hand, Ryan?
Told me to unmute it.
I did not know secret agents got paid that much.
Who knew, right? And there's no range. It's just like, boom, secret agent.
Yeah.
Taylor?
I looked up the actor stuff because I didn't get the memo or I didn't follow the directions correctly, but I looked up actors and their median salary is $59,086. And then I looked up like some of the more famous people, and like the actor who plays the guy in a wheelchair in X-Men. I don't know if any of you know where that's from.
I don't know.
But
yeah.
any movie that he is in is worth $8 million. I thought it was 80 million. $80 million.
Wait, hold on. I also thought it was interesting because I looked up the average salary of an athlete or professional athlete, and it says that the median salary is 42,000. But I know that, like, depending on the type of job you have in the sport that you play, it can be a lot more than that or a lot less. And so some of these I was like, huh, that's interesting, because I know certain players can get paid a lot more than, you know, $42,000 a year. Like, they get paid that more than that per game.
Well, and do you guys understand how the median works with that? So you have an outlier that's really high, like $80,000 or $80 million. But then you have a whole bunch of other people who are doing like community theater who are getting maybe $12,000, and they have to throw all of those in the pot to come up with the median. And there's a lot more $12,000 actors than there are $80 million actors. So that's what it boils down. Of all of your careers, which one had the greatest difference in high versus low pays? Tyler.
I don't know if this is true, but when I looked it up, it said that the secret agent's low pay is like 20,000 a year. So the difference was 133,000 was the difference. So I don't know if that was true or not, but
Mia?
I just had the one number for the secret agent. So if we're not counting that, then the low or the biggest difference for me was a dancer, which was between $130,000 or $22,000.
Rin?
The biggest difference I got was the inventor.
Okay. What was the high and low for you for that?
I have them making $115,000 a year at a high and $38,000 a year at a low. So there was a $77,000 difference. That's the highest difference I have.
We my sister's good friend, her father, they're from Alaska, and her father invented a component on the radiator heater. You know, the ones that are on like sticking out on the wall. And their entire family has lived for several generations now off of a small part in a radiator heater. That's how inventors have a very wide range. So, okay. Are there any of these that you like knew were going to be high and it was what you expected?
I was wrong on pretty much all of them. So
How did that happen?
I thought the teacher was gonna be like probably like 40,000 at the low, and then it was 30, and then yeah, I kept going haywire from there.
Yeah, for me, I guessed that the doctor would be making the most money, and I was correct, at least in the median salary.
Cool. All right. Which one had the smallest difference between high and low? Sorry, I'm throwing things. Rin?
Barista.
Barista. What was-
$4,000 difference.
Okay. How about yours, Tyler?
I got the waiter with the $8,000 difference.
Samuel?
I had the barista as well with 3,987.
Okay. Mia?
I had the customer service representative with a $9,000 difference.
Okay. Why do you suppose that you guys are getting different ranges here?
I think we all use different sites or something, because salary.com didn't really work for me. So
When we got onto salary.com, they started asking me for extra emails and signups. And I was like, no, I will not be offering that to you. So Google became my friend.
Yeah, and then I think it's like different states or whatever, and it didn't like know what region I was in, so it kind of screwed it up.
Yeah, multiple times for me. So I used the salary.com. It worked okay for me. But some of
Okay.
them, like the inventor, it would just say I could be the first one to submit a result, and I was like, no, I'm good. So I just used Google for that.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of it does make a difference as to where you're living, because it just, California has a high standard of living. Their salaries are typically higher than like, well, Oklahoma. We're used to it. So even if you go to the grocery store in Oklahoma, a gallon of milk costs a different amount than it does in California. And so it's just, there's gonna be ranges, and that's okay. Okay. If you were choosing a career based on your findings from this assignment, what career would you choose? I'm gonna go down the list. Are you ready? Okay, so Chase, what, oh, he walked away, or he's out of the screen. Should I come back? Okay, Elijah, what career would you choose based on this?
I would choose secret agent.
Well, it's good money and it sounds exciting, right? Good stuff. Okay, Kenna.
Call them ultrasound tech.
I would really love to be a vet tech.
Okay. Maggie?
I have two, which is doctor or veterinarian. So I like both of those ones.
Okay. Mia?
So if we're going purely off of money, I thought a stenographer. We also have a discussion, is that someone that works with like movies or an ultrasound person?
Ultrasound person.
I was right.
All right, Ryan.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do construction, so.
Okay. Rin?
Doctor, I'd already thought about going into medicine, so
Confirmed it for you. All right, Samuel?
Yeah, I was following the same trail as Mia. If we're going purely off of money, then the doctor. But if we're going for what I'd actually like to do, veterinarian or police officer.
Okay. Taylor?
Actor.
Tyler?
If I'm going off of money, I would probably do the lawyer. But if I would do something I would actually want to do, inventor. Sounds
Okay.
a lot more fun.
Okay. And looping it back around to Chase?
A doctor, I guess.
Okay. All right. Write that down on your margins, what your preference is, so that you can come back to it later. Okay. So here comes the chance part. Here's how we're going to do the next part of what we're going to do in class. This right here is every single career in a card. And if you look on, what was it, 101 that we started out with? Yep, page 101, that has all of the different tabs. But if you start looking on page 108, it will tell you how much money these careers are going to get. What we're going to do is I'm going to roll for each one of you, and whatever comes up, we will draw that number of cards as options for you to choose from. With your career, you're going to get that amount of money to get started with. Some of them are a college path. And if you have a college path, you immediately owe the bank $100,000. Yeah, Samuel?
So do we start with any money, or do we immediately just have to take the bank notes?
We're going to start, you're going to get your annual salary of whatever career you get right now. And then if it's a college path, you owe the bank $100,000. If it's a trade path, you owe the bank $50,000. And then there's the immediate path where you don't owe the bank anything and you just get to work. Okay, so I'm gonna draw out of here, or maybe I'll make Mindy draw. Do you trust us? And we'll roll and you'll have however many draws. So go ahead to page 108 so you know which ones, and then we'll draw while you think about it. And then after everybody has had their options, then we will come back around and you'll make your selection for this week. You ready? You can change your career twice over the course of the 16 weeks. So if it's not working for you, you can change your career, but only 2 times. You ready? Okay, so I'm going to try to go alphabetically, which means that Chase is first, and he gets 2.
2 cards.
2 cards.
Okay, there's 1.
Okay.
Here's 2.
All right, so Chase, write down, you have a choice of being a chef or a dental hygienist. Okay, think about those while we go on. I feel like I need a better bowl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a better bowl. The next one is Elijah. Oh, he's gonna have 6 choices.
Wow. Okay, so 1,
I hope my luck doesn't vary from you choose.
3, 4, 5, and 6.
All right. Let's see what Mindy has pulled out for you, Elijah.
I'll cross my fingers for you.
I'm throwing things as what I'm doing. A waiter, a doctor, a scientist, a police officer, a plumber, or an actor.
Ooh.
Got a wide range. I don't know how you're going to make those choices. All right. Kenna, 4 choices.
Oh, wait. 1, 2.
A fitness instructor, an inventor, a dancer, or an electrician. All right, Maggie. You get 1 choice, Maggie.
Ooh, okay.
Just 1. Maggie, you're going to be a teacher.
Aw.
Mia, 3 choices. Fitness instructor, actor, or chef. Ryan, you also get 1 choice. And you're an actor. Good job.
Ryan.
Oh, well.
All right, Ren, you get 4 choices. Construction worker, doctor, stenographer, or inventor. Samuel, 5 choices. Engineer, waste management collector, stenographer, doctor, or inventor. Taylor, 6 choices. And it's like, that is not fair.
So unfair.
Maggie and Ryan are like, seriously?
This is not cool, man.
All right, Kenna, customer service representative, chef. Oh, Taylor, I'm sorry, Taylor, customer service rep, chef, race car driver,
That's Kenneth's dream job.
teacher, physical therapist, diesel mechanic. Ooh, Samuel, I wasn't keeping track of all of them. I'm sorry, I'm not writing them down. Sorry. Now
Hey
it's
Samuel,
Tyler.
I know you got stenographer though. I remembered that one.
Is that one that you already knew? That maybe was number 3. All right, Tyler, 2 choices. Customer service representative or inventor?
Was that it?
That's it for career choices. We're gonna switch into
Back
health.
first.
Okay, so now I'm gonna write down, Chase, what are you choosing?
Dental hygienist.
That's what my mom was. It's actually a really good job.
All right, Elijah,
I think doctor.
Kenna,
I think I'm gonna go with electrician.
Maggie,
She's a teacher.
Mia,
Fitness instructor.
Ryan, you were an actor, right? Rin,
Doctor.
Samuel,
Yeah, doctor as well.
Taylor,
I'm gonna be a chef.
Tyler,
Inventor.
okay. Everybody has a career now, right? All right, we're gonna do the same thing for housing choices. So that is, the whole thing is on page 110 of your book. All right, Chase, you have 4 choices for housing. You can have a cozy cottage, a studio apartment, a friend's couch, or a houseboat. Now, the other thing to pay attention to right now, this day, it does not matter at all. But the occupancy as we move forward, if you have more people in your family than can fit in the occupancy, you have to change your house so that you know. But today it's all for one. So you can sleep on your friend's couch forever till you get married. Then it's over. All right. Elijah, you get 1 choice. This is it. It's coming. You get the basement.
Of whose house?
All right, Kenna.
It's a little bit better than the friend's couch.
Kenna, 3 choices. Houseboat, a beach hut, or the cozy cottage. Maggie, 5 choices.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
Fine.
doing great at
I'm
pointing this
happy
out.
to help.
A tree house,
Ooh, fun.
a beach hut, the cozy cottage, the houseboat, or a studio apartment. Four choices for Mia.
There's 2.
The spooky shack, the penthouse,
Ooh.
the starter home, or the eco house. Ryan, did I skip Kenna? Okay, Ryan, you get 3 choices. Beach hut, basement, or the eco house. Sorry. Ren, you get 1 choice.
Oh.
The mansion.
Well, she's a doctor.
She's a doctor. It's gonna be
She's doing
fine.
Great.
All right, sorry, I'm throwing things at you.
No, it's my fault.
Samuel, you also get 1 choice. You get to live in a windmill.
Oh, fun. Don't stick your head out the window.
Not
Taylor, you get 2 choices. The windmill or the penthouse.
Ooh.
Tyler, you get 5 choices.
There's 2.
3. The cozy cottage, farmhouse, eco house, penthouse, or your friend's couch. All right, everyone's had a chance, right? Taylor?
No, she got windmill or the penthouse.
Windmill or penthouse? Did I not?
Who's that?
You don't remember that? I'll roll for you. 5 choices.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Eco house. I can see you guys talking, but I can't hear anything.
Yeah, we don't know what an eco house is, so we're asking our mom.
Oh, it's a treat. It's like
What
an
is it?
earthen house.
Like a what?
Get on Google and look it up. They're pretty fabulous. They're like made out of glass bottles and mud. They're environmentally sustainable. Houseboat. Sorry, Taylor. Eco house, houseboat, teepee, starter home, or the beach hut. Okay. Everyone's good? You have your choices? All right, let's go through it again. Chase, where are you gonna live?
My friend's couch.
Now that you know that, I want you to take your career path, what you owe in rent, and if you're doing further education, and figure out what this week cost you. Okay. Elijah, what did you choose?
Basement.
Oh, you only had 1 choice, right? I forgot. You got so many choices with your career that, you know. Maggie.
Treehouse.
Mia.
Eco house.
They should have a yurt in there.
I should have thought of a yurt.
Yurt.
Ryan.
Eco house.
Rin.
Apparently, I'm in a mansion, though that would have not been my first choice.
You can have roommates.
Kenna.
Cozy cottage. Whoa. Look at that.
Samuel.
I guess I'm stuck in a windmill with 8 times the space I need.
But just think of how roomy it will be. Taylor.
Sorry. There you go. Beach hut.
Tyler.
Eco house.
All right. All right, we are coming in close to the end, so it's action card time.
Ooh, fun.
If you go to page 103 has the list of all of the action cards. So we're gonna just draw and everyone's gonna get 1. And these ones we won't put back in.
Okay.
They'll stay out. And what I want you to do is take that action, write it down. We're gonna match it up with the list on page 103 through 106, 7. And for class next time, you need to research the topic and have 3 to 5 paragraphs that you're gonna share with everyone about that topic, okay? So we're gonna start with Chase again. Are you ready? Haha, move out. Oh, Mia, what?
Does a pet pet count as your house's or one of your house's occupancy people?
Only
Okay.
humans.
Okay, thank you.
Chase, you're going to move out of your house. So we're going to have to go ahead and switch that right now.
Out of his friend's house.
We're going to draw a new housing card. And not only do you have to pay what you've already paid for your house this month, this week, you're going to have to pay the difference between your friend's couch and a teepee. I want to keep that separate.
These are the ones that were.
Okay, you got that down? So we're gonna cross it out and give you a TP. Now, also, on page 105, you're gonna move out and your research topic is going to be how to make friends in a new neighborhood. All right, Elijah.
Them all.
You're going to install a pool.
Whoa.
You need to pay $50,000 to the bank. So you'll detract 50,000 from what you're doing right now. And on page 105, you're going to research the cost of athletic memberships versus an exercise program that you can do at home and share it with us next week.
Penny scoring? Holy cow.
Kenna, you're going hiking this weekend. You get to collect $10,000 from the bank.
That's how much you like pay for gas right now.
I know. So that will be an add of $10,000 for what's happening this week for your total. And on page 104, you'll see you're going to research the low to no cost activities in your area and share it with us next week. Maggie, you have a botched tattoo. You need to pay $30,000 to the bank. On page 103, your research topic is to research the impact of body art on employment. So find out if having tattoos makes a difference when you try to get a job. Mia, fix your mom's phone. Thanks, honey. You collect $10,000 times the roll of the dice from the bank.
You would probably break your phone.
You just got $60,000 from the bank. Like Publishers Clearinghouse right now.
What?
And your research is on page 104. Look into the cost analysis of buying a new phone versus using an old phone.
Why can't I do that?
Because life is not fair, man. That's how it all works itself out. It's just not fair. All right, Ryan, you're next. You get to eat ramen noodles for dinner. I'm looking at the wrong spot. Collect $10,000 from the bank. You just got $10,000 for ramen noodles.
Buddy.
For doing something I enjoy and I'm good at.
No.
All right, and then your research topic is on page 106. Oh, nope, I lied. It's eat. Page 104, research the benefits of buying in bulk. Which items are best to buy in bulk? Ren, you lost your phone. You have to pay $10,000 to the bank. And
Not even the most, okay.
page 105, research the different types of cell phones and plan prices. Include whether it makes sense to purchase phone insurance plans. Her excitement level is high. All right, I need some more.
Oh, you do? How
I
many
need,
more?
I
do we
need 1, 2, 3 more. All right, Samuel, you're next. You win a writing contest. Collect $40,000 from the bank.
Chase moves into a teepee and everyone else gets tons of money.
Just wait. It will come around, my friends. Win the writing contest. It's on page 107. Pick a topic that interests you while working through this course. Research it more deeply and share your findings with the class. Taylor. You get to meet a new boss. You're switching career cards with any other player that you choose.
Oh, jeez.
Pay the difference of your old salary and your new salary to that player.
I want the actor from Ryan, please.
Okay.
Ryan, you're now a chef. It goes right along with your ramen noodles.
All right. That is a difference of, okay, the actor was $60,000, the chef was $50,000. So Taylor, you owe Ryan $10,000 for that trade. So take $10,000 off of yours and Ryan add $10,000 onto yours because of that trade. Okay, making sense? Tyler, you got a promotion for being an excellent worker. You could collect $80,000 from the bank.
Woo.
And on page 106, research the most common reasons that people get promoted for work. Okay. Have you done your preliminary figures on how much you owe the bank right now? Oh, wait. Maggie, what's your thing?
I have only spent money. I haven't gained any, so am I just like spending a ton of money?
So this is your debt cards, which because we're Zoom, we're not going to hand these suckers out. But you can start in debt. And in fact, it appears you are. So we're going to go through and find the balance of what you actually are worth right now. Maggie, do you know how much you're worth right now?
I don't think so.
Okay, take a moment and figure out. So you're looking at your salary minus your education, the pluses and minuses of what just happened with your action cards. What's your final number there? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug all of this into an Excel spreadsheet that's going to let us know what we're doing. And I'm sorry, I know we're running late.
Yeah, has a question.
Okay, Mia, what's your question?
So after you subtract your how much school costs.
You're okay. Keep talking.
Oh, sorry. After you subtract how much your school costs and then you add on the bonuses or whatever you got, then do you subtract how much your house cost? And then your final answer after that is
Yes.
what you have? Okay.
Yes. That's how much it costs you to live this year.
Okay.
All right. So, Samuel,
Oh, when is my paper due?
on Thursday, our next class period,
Okay. And it can be any topic I want?
something that's interesting to you. It could be something we talked about today, or it could be look ahead in the table of contents. Ideally, this would have happened at a later time in the class, but it is what it is.
Okay.
So, okay, do any of you have your numbers?
I think I do, but
Okay, Tyler?
I'm kind of confused. So right now I should have $0 and I owe nothing.
Ooh, you broke even.
because,
should too.
okay, so the way I'm looking at it, I got 80K, right?
Okay,
And then my salary is 80K. So then my house is 60K, and then college is another 100K, correct?
you're even. Yep. So let me, can you guys see this spreadsheet? Can you see it on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so Tyler, you got 160,000, no, 80,000 for your career. And your housing was a minus 60,000. You don't owe the bank anything. And your action card was a positive 80,000. Oh, you did owe the bank 100,000 for your. So you're at 0. Does that make sense? Okay, who wants to go next? I can't see everybody's hands. So Samuel, when I switched to showing you this screen, I lost track of it. Samuel, what was your career money?
Okay, so I'm a doctor. I gained 130,000. I lost 100,000 because I want to be smart. Then I won a writing competition, or no, then I bought a windmill, minus 130,000. And then I won a writing competition plus 40,000. So I'm in debt by $60,000. Yay.
Wait, how are you in debt? You're a doctor, aren't you?
Yeah, but I only have $130,000. 100,000 of that is immediately taken away, reducing it to 30,000 because I went to college, unlike you.
I went to
I bought a
college
windmill
too.
of all
Watch
things.
it.
I bought a windmill because evidently I wanted a bunch of spacious room, you know? So that's minus 130,000, putting me $100,000 in debt. But then I won the writing competition, so now I'm only $60,000 in debt.
So 60,000 or 70,000?
Pretty sure it's 60,000.
So 130 for your career, minus 100,000 for your college, minus 130,000 for your housing, and then plus 30,000 for your action card.
Plus 40,000.
Oh, it was 40,000 for that. Okay. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Who's next? Mia.
So I started with 80,000 and then subtracted 50 from that for school, plus the $60,000 I got. Comes to 90 minus 60 for housing, leaves me with $30,000.
Okay. I see
Do
it.
you want-
You see what's happening with the graphs down here? It's kind of cool, right?
Do you want Kenna to go?
Yeah,
Also,
can I
since-
go ahead and go?
Okay, I started with 120K and then I subtracted 50 for my education. And then that came out to 70. Then I gained 10 from the action cards. Came out to 80. And then I subtracted 40 from my house. So I'm at 40,000.
Gotcha. Taylor, do you want to go since you're right there?
Sure. So, my job is 50 or 60K now, but it's 50K. And then I subtracted 50K from it for my education, which leaves me at 0. And then I had to get my house. So that leaves me in debt at 100K.
How much was your house?
$100,000.
$100,000.
Okay. And your action card?
She didn't get anything.
Oh, but you
I-
lost $10,000.
I lost 10,000. Summer.
Oh, you're at $110,000 in debt.
in debt.
Okay. All right. Let's
How do I do that?
Ryan, are you
Taylor's
ready?
What? Hello?
Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So my career's pay or my salary is 50,000. And my house costs or my annual cost is 60,000. And then what's that?
Did you have to go to school?
No.
Okay, so you
No.
have the immediate path,
Mm-hmm.
but you,
Okay.
okay.
And my action card, I gained 1,000 or 10,000.
You gained 10,000 for
Yeah,
eating $1 worth of ramen.
but you also gained 10,000 because Taylor took your career.
Oh,
Altogether,
So
you ended up with 20,000?
no, 10,000.
well,
10,000
Oh,
you
for
didn't
eating
add that.
ramen
Oh.
and 10,000 for having to become an actor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
20,000.
Okay. Awesome. Who else? Elijah, do you want to go? You're on my screen. Oh, you're muted.
Okay. So I started with $130,000 of income and $100,000 of schooling expenses. And then I had to pay $10,000 for the basement I'm living in. And then install a pool for $50,000.
All right. So 30,000 in the hole. Way to start strong.
I'm just glad I broke even.
There you go. All right. Chase.
Chase,
Alright,
I'm so sorry.
I made 70K at the
Taylor
beginning,
is dead.
then 50K for schooling, and then 10K for my friend's couch. Then I got kicked out, and then 40K for my TP. So I'm in debt $30,000.
Okay. Maggie.
Okay, so I started with $40,000. And then I had to go to college, which costs $1,000. $100,000. And then I bought a tree house for $20,000. And then what did I get?
You got botched
Tattoo.
tattoo.
Yep, and so I spent, I can't remember how much it was. If it was
30,000.
$30,000.
That laser removal is expensive. All right, Rin.
So I started with a salary of 130K. And then minus 100K for college. And then apparently I bought a mansion. So minus 160K. And then minus another 10K because I lost my cell phone. And I'm 160K in debt, I think.
Your house was 160?
No, 180, sorry.
Ah.
180 and then I'm 160. That's what I missed.
Okay. Well, my
I'm
friend,
sorry.
it has been a rough start to your life. but the future can only go up.
Once you get it paid off.
That's fair. She has hit rock bottom.
Okay. All right. Well, this is where we are. Do you have any questions about what to do next week? Amia's talking with the mute on. I can't hear you. I want to come back. Why? There. I can't see you all. Why? I can't see anything right now, and I'm not sure why. You're gonna just have to unmute yourself.
You can still hear us?
I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Okay.
I don't know why. I see little bitty bits of you. Maybe if I make this bigger, it will come back. Oh, hi, there you
Hi.
are. Okay, any questions before we log off? Tyler.
So this week, all we have to do is research where action card was and then write like 3 to 5 paragraphs of it and then just send it through email.
Unless I'm grading it, so ask your parent. If I'm grading it, send it to me through email. If your parent is grading it, that's between you and them. But be prepared to present on that in class. And we do not want these to be long, drawn out things. It's clear that we
What if
talk
I make
a
it
lot.
40 paragraphs? Is that okay?
No, that is not okay. It needs to be like, give me your highlights when we present it in class, but make it worth our time. Like, don't waste our time, educate us, right? And then you'll do week 2 for Thursday. So that will involve reading something and then working through the worksheets just like you did this past week. You'll have an option if you want to choose for a new career next week, you can, next class period. You can always roll for a new house if you want to. So there are things that you can change within your financial standing, but we'll talk about that on Thursday. Any other questions?
So can I write my paper on any old thing I want, or does it have to be about something financially important?
Make it something that is relevant to finances or one of the topics that we are covering in this class.
Okay.
And you can find all of the topics either in the syllabus or in the table of contents. All right. If you're good to go, log off and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm trying to figure out how to log off myself. When I do that, I don't know. Maybe I just quit the whole thing. I quit it. End the meeting.